There's a truth about your mind they've kept hidden, not in classrooms, therapy sessions, or mainstream books. A fundamental flaw, or perhaps its true design. You believe you're tired, burned out, distracted, overwhelmed. What if none of it is real? What if fatigue is a mirage, your environment a carefully constructed cage, and what you call focus merely the first, innocent step towards a far more potent and potentially dangerous state of mind? This isn't about simple motivation. It's about unlocking dormant parts of your brain. But be warned, crossing this threshold will change you irrevocably. You'll perceive patterns others miss, work when they crumble, think in ways that make you a force to be reckoned with. Those who once seemed superior will appear sluggish, because this isn't about doing more. It's about becoming someone entirely new. Part 1. The myth of cognitive fatigue. You've lived under a deeply ingrained lie, mistaking it for reality. You were taught that fatigue is your mind's natural boundary, that tiredness, loss of focus, and cravings for distraction signal depletion. This is a dangerous falsehood, a psychological trap limiting your true intelligence, keeping you a pawn of your own biology. Listen closely. Mental fatigue isn't a lack of fuel. It's an illusion, a defensive hallucination your brain conjures to conserve energy, not to protect your potential, but to restrict it. Your brain evolved for survival, not mastery. Its priority is not genius, but effortless survival. When a task becomes uncomfortable, the brain triggers defense mechanisms. Drowsiness, restlessness, dopamine cravings, social media, sugar, mindless entertainment, and self-sabotaging thoughts. These aren't signs of true exhaustion, but signals from an outdated operating system fearing sustained effort. Historically, excessive energy expenditure meant vulnerability, hunger, exposure, easy prey. But today, your battles are for influence, mastery, psychological power. That same defensive wiring is hindering your evolution. The real nature of cognitive fatigue science reveals the astonishing truth. When people report mental exhaustion, their brains still possess abundant reserves of focus, memory, and cognitive power. Fatigue is psychological, an emotion, not a physical limit. Think of times you were too tired to work, yet instantly alert when something exciting or urgent arose. Your brain didn't magically refuel. It simply overrode the fatigue illusion because it deemed the new stimulus worth the energy cost. Fatigue isn't a wall, it's a negotiation. Those who master their minds cease negotiating, they dominate. The geniuses you imagine, effortlessly brilliant, are a myth. True, long-term genius, reshaping industries and history, rarely stems from superior biology. It's the product of individuals who shattered fatigue, pushing when others surrendered, recognizing initial tiredness as a threshold, not a stop sign. Beyond fatigue lies real power. Ordinary people retreat at the first discomfort, citing self-care. But the mind destined for legend sees fatigue as the first checkpoint. When others flee, you lean in. The hidden second wind, dark energy activation beneath your normal consciousness, lies a second mind, buried under comfort-seeking instincts. Resist the fake fatigue, refuse the easy exit, and a shift occurs. A chemical storm of neural adrenaline and redirected dopamine. The mind begins fueling itself, sharpening under pressure. What felt impossible becomes automatic. You enter a darker, more dangerous cognitive mode. Hyperfocus, ruthless analysis, relentless problem solving. You stop forcing your mind, it works through you. This transformation terrifies those who haven't experienced it, revealing their abandoned potential. Part 3. Trigger neural flow on command. You've dismantled fake fatigue, built a frictionless environment. But the final boss is triggering the zone at will. Most stumble into deep focus accidentally. You will learn to trigger it on command, understanding neural flow, a neurological state of collapsed time perception, dissolved self-consciousness, and 500 to 700% accelerated cognitive performance. Flow is your brain's ultimate weapon, where ideas weave faster than thought, reflexes sharpen, memory locks in, creativity explodes. You stop trying to perform, you become performance. It's not myth or rare talent, but a state triggered by precise psychological conditions. Engineer these conditions, and flow becomes a lever you can pull at will. And exit points, escape routes prevent deep investment. Solution: erase every possible exit. Flow demands sacrifice at the gate. Comfort, distractions, hesitation. The dark ritual of forced entry override resistance and force neural flow. 1. Pre-commit the mission. Exact task, no improvisation. 2. Set a brutal initiation challenge. Hardest starting point, no warm-up. 3. Block escape with physical barriers. Phone away, internet blockers, single window. 4. Trigger the priming ritual. Sensory anchor, signaling flow. Specific song, candle, timer. 5. Sprint past the pain barrier. First 20 to 30 minutes feels slow. Ignore it. Push through. At 30 to 40 minutes, the brain recalibrates and flow begins. The flow multiplier effect inside flow. Productivity doesn't increase linearly, it multiplies. 5-hour tasks become 45-minute tasks. Overwhelming tasks become automatic because the fully engaged brain stops resisting and dumps full cognitive resources. You tap into life or death power reserves, and external noise, doubts, fears, fatigue become irrelevant static. You don't cope, you leave them behind. Why most never experience true flow? Most will die never experiencing real flow, sabotaging themselves by fearing the intensity required. Flow demands total commitment, an all-or-nothing gamble. Burn through resistance or remain mediocre. Most choose the easier, safer path, but the few who choose differently live and work at an incomprehensible level, operating outside normal boundaries. Neural flow isn't magic, it's engineered. You don't wait for it. You build the conditions, force ignition, and lock yourself inside it until the world bends around your work. Your enemies will mistake your output for genius, but you'll know the truth. You forged it. Part 4. Master the art of controlled burnout. You've unlocked mental fatigue's truth, built a cognitive fortress, and learned to ignite flow on command.